Hey everybody, it's savagesageyt and welcome back to my playthrough of Tales of Berseria. In the last episode, we had the sad times, we learned the Malak Taboo, we learned the truth about malevolence, and how this world really works. So, I mean, that's kind of a big shell shock for most of us. From now on, we'll just continue with that knowledge.
So I rescued this poacher who'd run away from one of those Class 4 islands, right? She mentioned something about being hired by some chef to go hunt a rare wolf on the island. But she didn't see a single blasted critter on that island, let alone any rare wolf. Place was empty.
Then why did she run away?
Even though she never saw nothing, she kept hearing some beast howling round the island. Freaked her right out, I tell ya. When she got back to her boat, her food had been pilfered, and her ship was scratched up to hell. She got out of there as quick as she could, but her ship sunk soon as she hit open water.
Sounds like whatever's there is as smart and manipulative as it is vicious.
Sounds like. Later I heard some talk about how several exorcists had gotten killed on that island. If you plan on going, you'd best be very cautious.
So yeah, that's another one of those Class 4 administrative zones. I think the last one was part of that lost episode that we had, so we'll get to see one today. So that's good, that's good.
Sir, we just received a Sylph J from the boss of the Bloodwings. She has a job for us and wants us to meet her in Logres. How should we respond?
Let's do it. Besides, we need to see if that demon in the villa was actually a Therian.
Good point. And the Bloodwings might know something about the other Therians, too. We're heading for Logres. Prepare to set sail.
Ready anytime!
Yeah, I'm willing to bet they do know something about it. The Bloodwings seem pretty good. So I think we already did the apparent zone. So let's go to the beast zone now. Essentially, it's just a medley of fights. We're going to do a big old fight here. Like one big storm battle. But the thing is there's always a cat's chest in these. I want to find this one, at least get it marked on the map. I don't think I have enough to pay it, to be honest with you. So we'll add it to the list. I'll make a list. I'll start making a list. Alright, let's see. Interesting. I don't see it. Oh, wow. It's right here. Really close to the other side. Dumb. Yeah, it needs 135. I have 114. So, I mean, we're close, but no cigar on that. Let's just do the damn thing, because we're going to get a reward for it, so. Summon the demons.
I'll end this quickly.
So, yeah, it kind of starts with, like, the basic ones. So, like, here's the boars and stuff from the beginning, and the little squirrels. Remember these? Those aren't squirrels, those are wolves. You knew what I meant. A squirrel is a squirrel, and a wolf is a wolf. Nice. And then of course these big monkey things, you've seen them before. So it's going to go through like all the monsters that we've seen that are beast type up until this point, and then there'll probably be some new ones. Sometimes there's definitely some new ones out and about, so we'll get rid of these skunks. Nasty. And these are those bigger boars that were in the Empyrean throne, if you remember that. Nice. Yeah, we're kind of destroying them right now, and that's no problems thus far. And then these guys were pretty recent as well. I kind of forget where we saw these ones, but they were recent. I know that. They were recent. Try to at you. Nice. Ouch. Nice. Alright. Let's continue on. Not too bad here. There's a lot. The thing is it gives you a lot of grade, it gives you a lot of experience, and then we get an item at the end too. So it's like, with these areas, that's why I don't worry about grinding so much, is because these kind of force you to do it anyway. So it works out for me, and we get more things out of it anyway, so screw it, right? Alright, I think these things are new to us. I don't think I've seen these before. Maybe we have. I'm just forgetting, who knows. I do be forgetting stuff sometimes. Nice. Ooh, I apologize. I absolutely had to blow my nose. It is getting ridiculous. Ooh, sorry. I tried to mute that. I don't know what's happening. I'm not sick. I'm just having, like, mucus issues today. It's allergies or something. I don't know. It's weird because it's November and it's still, like, hot here. I'm in Colorado. Usually we have snow. So I don't know. My allergies are whack, the weather's whack, something's wrong, no one knows. We're just gonna keep killing these kites till the end of time. But yeah, it's interesting now that we know that every single demon was a human at some point. But that's just how it works. The Malak Taboo really changed some things up. Oh my gosh. How many more of these things are there, for real? I feel like we fought a lot. Okay, good.
I refuse to fall here.
Nice. We got all sorts of things. Gleaming daggers, that's new. Cast heals, those are new. And then we got the Featherlight Steps, so cool. Worth it. Our expedition is done as well. Nice. Our lunar eclipse tears. I'm pretty sure that's the last thing we needed. Awesome. Off to the Norman Islands. We're doing pretty good with those islands so far. So we'll put this on our list of task chests that I owe. I'm not too far off from this one though. And then we're off to Zexton. Because that's how we get to Logris, is through Port Zexton.
I lost my mother to a demon. Yet that girl's a Therian. I don't even know what I want anymore.
Hey, that's pretty! You like to look at that thing, don't you?
Yes, my mother... Someone very important to me gave me this. I treasure it a lot. Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
Yeah! Ah!
What's wrong?
My face! It's scary! I don't want to look like that! I don't want my mommy to hate me! Mommy! Mommy!
When I was her age, that's just how I cried. Come, Moana. I want you to see this.
That huge owie! What happened?
It's big and ugly, isn't it? There are scary things about my body, too. But do you think I'm scary, Kamoana?
No, not at all. But are you alright? Does that hurt?
Thanks, sweetie. I'm alright, I promise.
What about me? Do you think I'm scary?
You're such a sweetheart, Kamoana. Nobody could ever be scared of you. Not me, not your mother, not Laphicet. You don't have to cry anymore. It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay. That scar, was it from a demon?
Yeah. They attacked my village when I was a girl. I was so hurt I couldn't move. But my mother lured them away from me so I could survive.
What happened to her?
The last thing she said to me was, "Stay strong and keep living."
Oh.
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book. Hey, why's your face so red? It's nothing. Somehow I doubt that.
It's nothing, I swear.
Do you all remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier?
4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therian shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss.
And we think that passage means that Innominat and the Therians will be revived by a chosen one, right?
Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therians, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therians. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean?
That someone receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therian.
Like Kamoana.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therians, and then got right to work.
That's...
Are you really that surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know.
Another thing to consider is this wording about Therians being forever reborn. This could mean that one Therian will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therians will be born to take their place.
Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time. Eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therians can't be killed. Not truly.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, another person who's receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body, so there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therians from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then, we also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Sounds tricky.
We've gotta protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good care of that thing now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that case, we should probably work on securing a proper hideout for ourselves. You got a secret base or anything, Eisen?
It's every man's fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therians.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therians while we search for a hideout. For now, let's just get to Logris.
Very interesting. So the Therians can just be reborn and reborn again. Well, we already have what? Velvet, the Bug, Kamoana. We have 3.
Hey, old man! Give me all the water and food you got! Wait your turn, moron! I was drifting out at sea for 3 days! Almost died out there! Well, poor you! You probably deserved it! Say that again, wise ass! I dare ya!
Ah, shut up, both of you! No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Are they gonna be okay?
Don't pay them any mind. Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah? Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
Looks like I'm causing you trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it. Some sailors just have longer tempers than others.
Noted.
I mean, it does make sense. The more wanted that we are, the worse it's getting. Oh, I want to look at, actually. Hold on. Eleanor, since you got that look. Let's do that. Let's make you look a little... Well, no, I like those. Well, I think I like your jacket, though. Yeah, I do. Just kidding. Because I like to, like, change up their, what they're wearing based on, like, certain story events sometimes. But it just depends on what we have.
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eyfried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eyfried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure, but not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours, but you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Eyfried stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Eyfried and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
Interesting. Well, we love that for you, Eisen. There's another conversation to be had up this way. Shalom, over here.
Just when are we gonna be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helavis are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep. Standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way. Wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
I mean, that's true. People will be all scared, and that'll be good. Alright, let's go over here and claim our Code Red Demon. Thank you, thank you. Money, money, money. And we'll continue on with our lives. We'll check the shop. I doubt they have anything different, but we'll check anyway. Because why not, right? Why not? But, I mean, we've been to Logris plenty of times. Oh, do you have new things? Maybe. The Amber Spear is new. Worn Spear. I think that's what she's wearing right now, actually. Calcite Blade we've already mastered. Not necessarily new. Already mastered. That's new for you, I guess. I guess she missed the Amber phase of things. Yeah, battle boots are old news. Command shoes, old news. Amber boots, old news. So, I mean, you provided the Amber stuff for Eleanor that I guess I missed somehow. So good. That's good. I mean, we need it, right?
The blood-winged butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes. Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the Church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up? Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Eleanor's all curious about it. It was just, you know, Velvet's most embarrassing time.
Here we are, back in Logris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act? Coo, coo!
I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Everybody loves Velvet's little dove impersonation, I guess. She's a popular girl. She does great impersonations. What can I say? Oh, watch out for those. Gonna make our way all the way back to freaking Logris. It's gonna take forever, as it always does.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing, and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. The Impressionist kind of languages seem very difficult, actually. Alright, let's see if we can sneak our way back into Logris. Hopefully it's easy like it was last time.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah, sorry. Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know, I was just saying.
Yeah, they're also weird about Laphicet.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Halaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Isalt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the Abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive!
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
He wanted to hear more about it, I guess. Too bad for him.
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Modulu?
Surely you mean Mogilu! Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Majulu, not Mogilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Mogilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
It's Modulu!
You did great today, Modulu. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Modulu was working hard to carry out his dream.
So, you're Modulu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes. That's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have.
Yeah, that's an interesting little rivalry.
That's why I think it's high time for Magilu's... And for our act, we'll...
Comedy?
You heard me propose
Oh my
a chant,
gosh,
but not
Magilu, the episode's over, lady. No more.
with comedy, I can take... But... Oh, I can't...
I'm out.
It's not... What?
Magilu, fuck off. I'm over it. I'm over the scene. I'm sorry. This does trigger a bunch of like side little scenes that are actually kind of cute. But we'll do them in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Tales of Berseria. Make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already to show your support for the series. Subscribe to the channel. That helps me out even more. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!